How's it going, John?
Very great, man.
Nice. And so you worked on Ryeboard, right?
Yeah, Ryeboard, man.
Awesome. Let
Great.
first let before we get into it, let's take a look at it.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
So let's see. The modular workspace. Wow. That is such a cool design. Yeah, I remember reviewing this one. So try demo. I saw your website before, but this is the first time
Uh-huh.
trying the demo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is really cool. It's kind of like a
Thanks, man.
real-time board or like Miro.
Right. Miro is one of our key competitors right now. Yeah.
Real quick second. There's a stupid alarm. Yeah, this thing looks awesome. So it's
Thanks, man. Yeah.
so and like is it just for like brainstorming for meetings or like do you have a slightly different use case in them or like what do you what are
Right.
you
I
doing?
mean, right now we started as a brainstorming tool, but recently we added this individual card sharing feature that you'll be able to see if you oh, sorry, give me a second.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
really
mean, yeah,
okay.
we added a card sharing feature that allows you to share individual cards on your board separately. Um, you get
Ah.
what I mean, right? Yeah. So actually, it's kind of exciting because today, actually yesterday, I shared a particular card with a list of popular sites to post startup and projects, and that's been pretty hot on indie hackers right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you send me the link to that so we can see that right now?
Oh yeah. Sure. Give me a second. Um,
Yeah, while you're looking for that, I really like the site.
hey,
Um,
thanks, man.
you said it's for sharing single files. How many people are on your team?
Just two people right now, man.
Really? So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
a
yeah.
programmer?
Yeah, I'm the programmer, and my co-founder is the designer slash marketer right now. So, how
Ah,
should I send this to you? Um,
just
let's
email.
see. Email? Okay, cool. Bam. All right, just sent it to you.
Copy. All right, let's take a look.
Sweet, man.
It's an individual card.
Right.
Wow, cool. And so this is
Yeah.
just one card out of like the many you'd see like somewhere here.
Right. And so
And
the idea is the workspace is modular. You share only the content that you really need to, and all the content is synced across the different, I guess, boards or sharing platforms. So the
Mhm.
idea is, for example, right now that card right now that I shared with the public, it's part of my marketing board right now that I'm using to kind of determine where to post Ryeboard on, right? And I actually got that list from a public repository on GitHub. It's called Places to Post Your Startup, I think. Okay, like I posted a link on the card. You can check it out if you want.
Uh-huh.
And I thought it'd be useful if it was ranked by the amount of traffic it generates, like the individual links. You know what I mean? To make sure, I guess, like bootstrapped entrepreneurs like me get the most bang out of our time, I guess. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah. So all I did was I basically crawled each website on Alexa, which is a public. It's a free service from Amazon's Alexa right now. I can share
sick.
you the link too if you need it. But so I just posted each site on Alexa, um, web crawled each rank, and just sorted it by the rank.
Wow, that's very cool. And
Oh
then
yeah,
it,
yeah, thanks.
yeah, and it looks like it did pretty well on Indie Hackers. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, thanks.
Oh, I like your picture. Adventure Time. It's a great show.
Yeah. Ah, great, great.
Um, no, that's awesome. So, what made you want to build Ryeboard in the beginning?
Well, ever since the first grade of university, I was kind of like the dude that just kind of sat at the back of class, just wanted to kind of, I guess, come up with new ideas and stuff. But
Uh-huh.
um, one thing that I quickly noticed was, the traditional Google Docs or Microsoft Word productivity tool combo. It just didn't really work for me. And so, to be honest, me and the current co-founder right now, we try to come up with a I guess more flexible productivity tool called Tretzel almost like 3 years ago, and that sort of failed miserably.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
like
yeah, I mean,
everyone's first
right,
attempts
right,
at startups.
right, right. I guess every entrepreneur's first attempt is a shitty failure, but I mean,
Yeah.
most people's, right? Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean that happened, but we decided, you know what? Like, there is some stuff. There are some stuff we can scrape from this, and we were pretty sure, we were pretty sure the biggest problem at that time was our technological limitations. Like, it was actually my first year programming and his first time designing.
Wow.
You know what I mean, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so we were
How
stuck
many
with
years ago was that?
Java. This was like 3 years ago, man. Three and a half years ago. So I was stuck with using Java to build everything, and my co-founder was just giving me illustration files, right? And so the progress is really slow. We actually ended up rebuilding the program 3 entire times over two
Wow.
years. That was really bad. You know what I mean? Like, we had um, we were pretty. I guess we were a little bit arrogant. Like, we were pretty sure that our product was going to succeed. So we wanted to make it perfect. We wanted to show the world our perfect baby.
What was that perfect baby's name again?
Tretzel. I mean, it's gone from the web right now.
Pretzel.
we
Yeah,
did.
I think Ryeboard sounds better in every way, including the name.
Right? Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, even the name, yeah, Ryeboard sounds much better. But yeah. So what we basically ended up doing was we took the core idea of flexibility and we applied it to the web, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, we realized there are some limitations based upon the tech stack that you choose. I mean, the first thing we noticed with Java was, for a B2C program, Java is a terrible choice because you got to make sure that everyone has the Java virtual machine installed, and that's like an extra step towards conversion, right? And so we were like, okay, well, Java. I mean, if we're gonna go B2C, Java is a pretty shitty choice, you know.
Mhm.
And so we ended up converting to um, the web stack. Right now we're using a full stack platform, should I call it, called Meteor, kindly open sourced by the Meteor group.
Mhm.
But it allows us to build things really fast, even though we only have two developers, I guess. Yeah, two developers. We're able to iterate pretty quickly, relative to the size of our team. And yeah, I mean, like, we're hoping that a lot of people see the value in the I guess flexibility, the modularity of the platform. I mean, to
Mhm.
be honest, yeah, to be honest, uh, how Ryeboard all started was last year. We just kind of sort of revived it as a side project.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, okay, I mean, when we were building Tretzel, we were broke as shit for 2 years. We were broke. We were broke university students, borrowing money from our parents. And actually, my co-founder's my co-founder's mom was like, "What the hell are you doing?" Like, everyone around you is getting internships and stuff, making money. What are you doing with John right now? You know,
Oh, this John,
lot,
what a bad
yeah,
influence.
I know. A lot of problems, but this time around, I guess what I'm trying to get at is, I guess this time around we're trying to bootstrap a bit. I guess, you know.
Yeah.
Last time around, we thought we don't need the money. We can wait as much as we want. We got our parents, you know. We got our safety net. This time around, we're like, okay, well, that shit. If we think like that, if our mentality is like that, we already failed. You know, we gotta be hungry for success. And so this time around, we decided to just go full on bootstrapped. You know, and so actually 3 months ago, we had told all our customers that we were going bootstrapped. We told them to hang on to the rough ride that was coming ahead. Of course, there are some hardships that are associated with bootstrap startups, like lack of funding primarily, and the lack of, I guess, mentorship. I mean, I feel like those two are the most the biggest disadvantages of a bootstrapped company, especially to an inexperienced team like ours. But like I said, I mean, we were pretty.
So how do you
We were
support
pretty.
yourself? Are you working on the side right now?
Yeah, I mean, anytime we need funding, we take on just freelancing jobs from around Seoul, Korea.
Ah,
Yeah. We both live in Seoul right now, so we just take on some freelancing jobs. Um, it's kind of funny because, okay, I mean, I don't know if this information is useful to the rest of your users, but the people in Korea are very biased towards westernized developers. Like, they have much more respect towards developers that speak English for some reason. Like I'm a Korean like anyone else here, right? But like the moment I tell them I speak English, they're like, okay, well, we're able to pay you 1.5 times more than we previously discussed for some freaking reason, you know?
wow. Well, that's
Yeah. I
great.
mean, yeah. Everyone here, like, it seems like they have a negative, like they have a negative view towards Korean developers, but they have a very positive view towards westernized developers for some reason. But yeah,
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, it's just that, yeah, interesting detail right there. But
Is
yeah, so
do,
mhm,
by the way, you is Blind a big company over there?
Blind. I haven't heard of them, so I
Okay, it's
guess
just like
not.
it was another app I interviewed.
Oh, I see. I see. I mean, Koreans are also very slow to adapt new technologies and services.
Oh, it was
I
just a
believe.
Korean app, so I thought maybe.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, okay. Well, that's blind, huh? Blind. I'll look them up. Yeah, blind.
yeah.
Is it blind with a Y?
No,
BLYND?
just Blind, Blind.
Okay, all right. I'll look them up, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for that. Yeah, but
No, anyways, back to your app.
yeah,
it's
sure,
just
sure.
really cool that you can share individual things and that. So it's kind of like, does it work like a Google Doc? Like if you were to go in here and type, like I'd see your cursor, or how do you update things?
Yeah, I mean, so this is the part that me and my co-founder are having a lot of trouble with right now. But we feel like one of the interesting things that we could capitalize upon is the fact that on Ryeboard you can have multiple boards, like the one that you have that you're seeing on the demo board right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, you can share those individual cards on other boards. And the moment you edit one of those cards, it synchronizes across all the boards.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So all the data there is synchronized on any other platforms or boards that you're sharing on. Hence our tendency to market Ryeboard as a modular workspace. It's just that the only problem right now for me and my co-founder is that we have a hard time communicating the values behind a modular workflow, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So we're working on that right now. I mean, one of the big breakthroughs, I suppose, that we had was the card sharing, the ability to share individual cards. We felt
Mm-hmm.
like that reduced a lot of the friction between sharing content on Ryeboard. You get what I mean? Like, because right now the boards are only available on desktops, but sharing these individual cards, they're available on mobile phones. You can share individual content from your boards, and whenever you update the content from your boards, it also updates from the card pages as well. So, I mean, we're we're hoping that our users can find some interesting use cases for this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Does it work on your demo?
The demo right now is pretty restricted when it comes to sharing cards. You probably have to sign up for that. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
the demo board right now is pretty yeah, it's limited based on yeah.
Got it. Okay. Let's see. Making an account. I got to try this out because it's too cool.
Yeah, cool.
Because
So
so
cool, fingers
it's
crossed.
kind of like reminds me of like a modular, like a Pinterest in a sense. Because if you can have boards and
Sort
then
of,
post
yeah,
on
right.
other, or what do you call these things? Do you call them posts or cards?
We call them cards, but one big platform that we also found while building this was called Padlets, right? Like Padlets, padlocks, Padlets. Yeah, I mean, apparently they were also another very big competitor in this field. But yeah,
So this is like very great for mood boards because it's like you can go on to other people's mood
right.
boards and then like take a little card from theirs, or even like, yeah, finding the use cases. It's a new thing, so it's kind of like how do you explain the value of something new? You have to,
Right,
like create the value. You have to like say like this is what you can use it for.
right.
Like
I
I
mean,
heard for like
so
Post-its,
uh,
for example,
uh,
which is a similar product to yours. They
uh,
they didn't just say like, oh, hey, here's some paper you can stick. They had
mm,
to come up with marketing campaigns that were always like, this is how you can use a Post-it, you know, to give your
right.
husband like a reminder on the fridge.
Right.
Back
I
in
mean, right. I feel like that's one of the big challenges of productivity tools like Ryeboard. You need to give very good examples to people about how they can use these productivity tools. You know, like oftentimes people are so stuck with the ones that they're using, they have a hard time imagining. Okay, well, with this new, productivity tool, I can do something that I haven't been able to do in the past. You know, and so that's one of the big challenges for me and my co-founder as well. We're trying to come up with different marketing campaigns, marketing content to show people that, hey, I mean, these are some of the cool workflows. These are some of the cool content that you can come up with on Ryeboard. So yeah, we're hoping people can find some interesting use cases for these.
Dun, 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 dun. Look, you got it.
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't update right away. You like when you edit your card from your board, you got to reload the card page as well to see the changes.
So I'm a big
But
fan of real-time board, and
uh-huh.
one thing that I really like about your site, and also I like Miro.
Mhm.
I like all of those because I'm into design thinking. In fact,
Uh-huh.
that should be one of your main communities that you go after, the design thinking
Uh-huh.
community. Are you familiar with that?
Design thinking community?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
You're not familiar with design thinking?
Design thinking. No.
It's if in SEO, it's your key word. Like literally, like
Really?
yes.
Holy
What
shit.
is
Okay.
design thinking?
Okay.
It's huge. It's huge in U.S. and Germany for sure.
Uh-huh.
But it's this way of brainstorming. And actually, if you look up, like, for example, Miro design thinking, design thinking templates and examples to
Right,
love.
right, right. Hmm.
And these are like design thinking and Miro are like almost exclusively like,
I see, I see.
yeah. So that's
Oh,
probably like one of the
okay.
main use cases for these
I
kind
see.
of products.
Yeah, this is some pretty good information. I mean, one of the, to be honest, one of the other big problems that we had was a lot of people had problems with starting their work on Ryeboard, so they requested templates a lot. The only problem is, uh, me and my co-founder, like all we've done was do freelancing work or university work. So our experience when it comes to actual company work per se is pretty limited. You get what I mean, right? Like, like
You can just copy Miro.
I guess we could. Yeah, I mean, this is a
You
pretty good
have all the,
idea. I
you have
actually,
all the templates there.
right. I can't believe I haven't thought of this yet, but thinking like coming up with a template system, just like ripping off Miro or these
Yeah.
similar sites, might not be a bad idea. I mean, it could get us started for sure. This is some
And
pretty good stuff.
you're not like, it's okay to rip them off if you're like a slightly different product. Like
Right,
people,
right,
theirs is like pure collaboration.
right,
Yours
right.
is like a mixture between Miro and Pinterest.
Yeah, yeah, right.
So it's like it's pretty cool that you can like share individual boards, and I definitely see like uh like teams, and then you can change things on and off, right? Like this can
Mm.
go from sharing to not shared.
Right, right, right.
Deactivate. If I reactivate, does it do the same share link?
Yeah, same link.
Oh, that's cool.
Hmm.
And then you can also comment. How?
The commenting, yeah, I mean, some of the features there are pretty experimental, right? Like right now, the flag card and comment carding, those two are pretty experimental. We are probably going to change them sometime soon. We're trying to find a better place for them, but yeah, I mean, at the moment, we're just trying to find out how Ryeboard can fit into the current workflow
What
of
about
people. Yeah.
I know on Miro, you see how you have these like background. Wait, let me share my screen. On Miro, you have these like background things.
Hmm.
So, is there any way to group objects?
There is a way to group objects, but right now it's pretty rudimentary. If you do Control or Command Z, if you're on the Mac, it should group the individual cards.
Command what? G? Oh,
Right.
see, like one thing that
Right.
I know for design thinking is important is to have like sections, so that you have like a blue
I see.
background, and
I
then
see.
you want to group things into. So, like for example, the way like people do design thinking is they'll say like, um, everyone brainstorm ideas for what if our product was made out of cheese? I don't know. How would it look like? And
Uh-huh.
then people would then you'd have like a section, and then everyone would place the things under that. Then you'd make a new section. Okay, what if it
Uh,
was made out of wood? And then what would our product look like? And then people
I
brainstorm,
see.
and then so having a section, maybe a colored section that you can
Yeah.
just create. And it would be kind of cool if like you had a colored section,
Uh-huh.
and if you shared the colored section, it would
Mhm.
take like it would be like it would automatically do like like the parent to child sharing. So
Mm.
and then it would create like a link of all the other links or something,
Right, right, right.
or
Huh.
a mini Ryeboard just with those
Right.
posts in it. So you could just do either an individual post, or you could do like a you know subsection post and
Right,
share the
right.
results of that part of the brainstorm.
Right, right, right. I see where you're coming from. Yeah. I mean, so um we have a lot of experimental features right now. I mean, one of the features that remind me of what you just mentioned was if you go on the right of our board right now, the right side of our board, there should be something called views, I believe.
Views.
Views, right. So this is supposed to be a way for people to organize and eventually share certain specific constructs of their board, if you get what I mean, like filter, sort, organize their cards, and then share that specific view with other people. Um,
Let me
yeah,
try from the demo because I don't have enough content yet.
I see.
Aha. Yes.
Yeah, so you get what I mean, right? Like, I feel like this is one of the most underappreciated or underdeveloped futures of Ryeboard right now. To the best of my knowledge, there isn't any board app right now that does this sort of auto sorting, auto filtering kind of thing. Eventually, like yesterday, we've seen the success of individual card sharing. So eventually, we're hoping that these specific card board views could actually be a significant part of the Ryeboard ecosystem when it comes to sharing content.
Right. And no, that's cool because you can sort, view different stuff, and go by topic. Will you have like tags? Is topics like tags?
Yeah, the topics we're using an NLP library right now to sort all the content, the text cards by their topic. It is pretty rudimentary right now. We're hoping as we gather more data, we can eventually improve the AI.
Have you heard of
But
Bear?
Bear notes, right? They're pretty big
Yeah,
right now.
I really like their hashtag system.
Aha, yeah. I mean, we do have a hashtag system as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you exit our board view right now
Mm-hmm.
and select a card, there should be a the hashtag button on the top, right?
Ooh.
Yeah. The problem is, it's not pretty. It's not apparent. You know. I mean, Bear makes it very. It makes it a very big part of their workflow, but we're having a hard time kind of bringing our awareness to the existence of tags.
And it
Yeah.
depends on if you want it to be a main feature. I mean, you have all these other things like the
Right.
plug.
Right.
What's connect? Oh, you can
Connect
connect
just connects.
ones.
Yeah. Connects two cards. You know.
Wow. Wait, this is really cool. Let's see. Make a new one. Oh,
Oops.
drag me.
Oops.
Oh,
That
is it
might
because I have
glitch.
sort on?
Probably not.
There we go.
Okay.
How do you unsort? There we go. And then I can drag from here to here. Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. So like, oh, and you can change the color. And yeah. So I think that yeah, if you maybe had a hashtag button up here,
Ah. Huh.
and then you could
Make it part of the actual board menus, huh?
yeah, because then you could just quickly
Huh.
see the hashtags, and then but yeah, I think for design thinking it would be like the background. I
Mm.
kind of like that you've made this in a vacuum without knowing about design thinking, because
Hmm.
a lot of times when people pursue ideas, like it's good to have it in a vacuum for a while, so you can maybe,
Right.
if you would have pursued design thinking and asked for people's feedback, you never would have had the sharing aspect,
Right. Right.
of sharing individual cards.
Uh-huh.
But then, so you're telling me that I could post a card from another board on here?
Right. If you go to the right, we got the deck menu right now. I believe you've only created one board right now. So if, for
What
example,
about
in the
from
future
public
you create
boards?
a, so that's another thing that we're thinking about, we're brainstorming about right now. We actually think a social element to Ryeboard could be pretty interesting, where just like you said, there are public boards or public cards and you can search or import or use any of those public cards and content to build upon your ideas.
Maybe to begin with, like if someone has like there'd maybe be two options. One button would on sharing would be like one button would be, oh, where'd it go? There's a,
website
oh, there we go.
website cards right now can't be shared, right?
But for text ones, you have like share, and then you could have maybe like sharing deactivated or inactivated, and you could also have another one called like
public or something, right?
Reposting. You know, like posting.
Right, okay.
And then
right.
all you'd need to do is go onto someone else's board, copy their link to that thing, and then if you enter a URL of that link, you know, it would detect that card instead of showing this, and then like do that.
Right.
Or
that would be pretty cool, right? That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, it's not the best user experience in the beginning, but at least like I feel like that would be like the most straightforward way I would imagine I would do it.
Yeah. We do definitely feel like we're missing out on some social limits on this right now, but you know, having just two developers, we are under some constraints. When it comes to feature developers, feature development, right?
This is
yeah, thanks, man.
Incredible for. So I'm definitely going to be using this tool. Is there any types of feedback you'd want from the community?
So anytime you just have a bug or a glitch or something, that's like right now when you sorted something and it you know, the cards didn't appear the way you wanted to. Anytime you encounter bugs like that, just let me know, and that'd be awesome. Yeah.
And what about like what are your next steps? What are you trying to like? You're trying to develop the product for a while, and then I'm assuming eventually you're going to look for some like investments, or just trying to bootstrap it completely.
Yeah, I mean we're trying to bootstrap it completely, which means that we need to really understand how people want to use our products. So I guess another type of feedback I would really appreciate is if you just like how you told me about design thinking right now, if you have any other common workflows that you know about while using these boards, right? Because like I said, me and my co-founder, we are pretty young. We don't have too much experience working in these official industries. So if you could help us out in that aspect, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's excellent. And yeah, it's very cool, like very unique. And I feel like once, you know, adding some sort of social thing, like having Miro, but it's like compatible with other boards and like could do some interesting stuff. By the way, I think once you have the repost link, you know, you should get like a warning sign saying like, if like another button that says like allow reposting, and then like maybe change the outline of the card or something, or like kind of like let the user know like once you turn on reposting, you either have to delete the card, but you can never turn that off. Because you wouldn't want to have people sharing each other's cards and then having someone turn off reposting or like.
Right. That makes sense.
You know, so it'd have to, and then maybe it'd have to have like a unique color so like people know that, oh, this, so they don't forget that it's a public card.
Right.
Because then maybe they start typing some like personal shit on there and it goes out to like everyone else's boards, you know.
That would be disastrous, right?
Yeah, so it's like maybe like a little like tag that sticks out that says like public, or you know, something to kind of like inform people.
Right.
But dude, super cool.
Thanks, man.
And so how do people find you? Like, do you have like a Instagram, Twitter, or anything like that?
We have a Twitter account right now called at Ryeboard, I think. I mean, we're not pretty hot on Twitter or any social media right now.
Reach out to you with ideas and stuff.
So we use a site called Note, and just good old fashioned email right now. Are you familiar with a site called Note?
Note.
Yeah. Cool. Note. These guys do a pretty good job with just simple, no bullshit, just feedback. It's free. Um, yeah, I mean, we've been connecting with most of our users there, as well as just using good old fashioned email.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
That's cool. All right.
yeah.
So Ryeboard, that's pretty
Hmm.
much it.
Yep.
And anything else?
Oh no, I think we pretty much covered it.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for being on like community interview. This is super cool.
Yeah, no
Really
problem,
looking
man.
forward to what you guys do next. And
Right, right.
yeah, let's like do another interview just to check up on how you guys are doing in like a
Okay.
couple months or whenever your next milestone is.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, John. Cool.
All right. Thank you.
I'm gonna end the recording now.